Alright, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is, Toon news for this, the 12th of January 2010. I'm feeling good. Tonight, after my show, I'm going to watch a little science action. Where's the Science Channel? Gonna make a lightsaber. See how they're gonna do it. So, let's get started with some news. Your headlines include this: Tintin has started and sued. Fox challenging up. Casting news for Yellow Submarine. Marvel sues their Kirby copyright. Sony reboots Spider-Man. And anime mid-season announcements some videos. That's right. Let's get started. Amid over at Cartoon Brew has spawning news that Tintin estate, more specifically the lawyer who married the widow of Tintin creator Hergy and now controls the Tintin estate, suing people who use the character even might fall under fair use category. One targeted lawsuit is Bob Garcia has been ordered by the British courts to hand over $5 million or face possibility of having his house belonging siege. His crime? Writing 5 essays about the character. Is Mr. Fox in a better position and with better news? The forerunner for the Oscars? Well, New York Times thinks so, and making a case in the usual in-depth fashion in their awards daily column. However, some of the websites and readers are replying stuff like this. Not true because critics don't vote for the Oscars. Speaking of Oscars, some Yellow Submarine, some cast news. Carrie Elves, Dean Lennox Kelly, Peter Serafinowicz, and Adam Campbell are set to play the Fab Four in Disney's upcoming Yellow Submarine remake, a CGI animated movie based on the cartoon feature from 1968 that pitted the Beatles against the villainous Blue Meanies, among other people. Will be directed by Robert Zemeckis and will use the same motion capture technology that he recently used for Disney's A Christmas Carol. So in Disney's digital 3D at select theaters, Yellow Submarine is currently hoping to sail in 2012, just in time to see on the roll. How fitting. Some Marvel news. Marvel Entertainment filed Friday a lawsuit that seeks to invalidate some 45 copyright termination notices filed in September by the heirs of the comic book artist Jack Kirby. Kirby was the artist who collaborated with editor and writer Stan Lee to create the 1960s most of Marvel's best-known superheroes, including the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and the X-Men. In September, shortly after it was announced that Disney had acquired Marvel, the heirs filed notice saying their heirs tend to exercise their right under the current copyright law to terminate the transfer of the original copyright effective the end of the original term of the copyright. Copyright allowed for 2 copyright terms of 28 years before 1978, when the new longer terms of copyright took effect. That means the rights to the first of Kirby's superhero efforts for Marvel 1961's Fantastic Four #1 could be terminated as early as 2017. As filing the suit, Marvel argues that the work Kirby did qualifies as work made for hire and therefore cannot be reclaimed under the law. A similar claim made by the heirs of Superman creator Jerry Siegel has been successful, and a trial has been scheduled to determine how much DC Comics owes the Siegels from the time the transfer was terminated in 1999. The case of Superman was clearly not work for hire, as Siegel and his collaborator Joe Shuster created Man of Steel on their own and spent several years trying to get their comic published for DC Comics, but to appear in 1938's Action Comics Part 1. Superhero hype.